Deep within the Canadian wilderness, far from the reach of civilization, lies a silent witness to the unknown, a frozen lake beneath a moonless sky. The air is still, the silence heavy. But beneath the thick ice, something ancient is beginning to stir, breaking the peace of the Arctic night. Suddenly, a deep, low-frequency vibration ripples through the earth. It is a sound felt more than heard, a tectonic groan from the depths. The forest reacts. Ancient trees tremble visibly, their frozen branches clattering together as heavy piles of snow are shaken loose to the ground. In a nearby village, the isolation is shattered. Inside a quiet home, the windows rattle in their frames as the vibration intensifies. Power lines outside hum with an unnatural energy. Streetlights flicker intermittently, casting long, dancing shadows across the deserted, snowy streets. Time seems to fracture. A digital clock snaps to exactly 2:17 a.m. The flickering red numbers become the only steady pulse in the room. Back at the lake, the center of the disturbance reveals itself. A massive, perfectly circular hole has opened in the thick, ancient ice. The water is unexpectedly warm. An eerie, pulsating blue light glows from deep beneath the surface, illuminating the rising steam like a ghost. The research team arrives, their heavy boots crunching on the frozen crust. The lead scientist stares into the abyss with an expression of pure intensity. They deploy their advanced scanning tablets, but the screens begin to glitch. Static tears through the data as if the lake is fighting back. The physical laws of the north are failing. A compass needle spins wildly and uncontrollably, unable to find north in the presence of the anomaly. Fear takes hold. The scientists look at each other, realizing that what they've found isn't a natural phenomenon. It's something far more deliberate. The camera dives beneath the surface, leaving the frozen world above. Here, the silence is absolute, broken only by the pulse of the light. Mysterious lights move in the dark depths. They are not biological, but mechanical, pulsing with a rhythm that matches the vibration felt on the surface. Finally, the truth is revealed. A massive, shadowy, monolithic structure rests on the lakebed, its scale dwarfing the world of men above. In the heart of Ontario, winter isn't just a season. It's a living, breathing weight that settles over the land. The village sat on the edge of the great frozen expanse, cocooned in a silence so thick it felt like a warning. But on the coldest night of the century, the silence didn't just end. It broke. It began with a vibration, a low metallic hum that seemed to pulse from the very ground beneath the floorboards. Inside their homes, the families woke suddenly, pulled from sleep by a terror they could not yet name. The air itself grew heavy with an unseen pressure. Objects rattled. Picture frames shivered against the walls. They clutched their heads as the frequency intensified, a high-pitched whine echoing in their marrow. When dawn finally arrived, it brought no relief. Only a mystery that defied the laws of nature. There, in the center of the ice, was a perfect circle. A wound in the frozen skin of the lake. The water was steaming in the sub-zero air, as if something hot and ancient was breathing just below the surface. No one dared to move, except for a child who saw what the others refused to believe. "Something is awake," she whispered, her voice lost to the biting wind. As darkness returned, the true nightmare began to surface. The metallic roar came back, louder than before. People collapsed to their knees in the streets, unable to withstand the sheer force of the vibration. Beneath the frozen crust, a rhythm began. A heartbeat of light moving through the depths. The lake groaned, a sound like a million glass shards shattering at once as the pressure reached its peak. From the black void, a brilliant, blinding glow began to rise, consuming the night. The awakening was here, and the silence would never return to the village of Ontario.